welcome back. So today's question is from Nikki. Nikki asks, lately I don't feel like my husband and I are connecting. He buys me flowers every week and I do appreciate it, but I feel like I want more. I know he loves me and I just don't feel it as much when he gives me flowers. What can we do to reconnect? Hi Nikki, so that's a great question. So I think if I may, there's a deeper question really being asked here, which is, what is it that makes me feel loved? Because obviously flowers are not making you feel loved. So what is it that your husband can do to make you feel like you're loved? So Dr. Garrett Chapman, who wrote the book, The 5 Love Languages, which is right here, I highly recommend this book. He identifies 5 different love languages which people use in order to express love. So the first love language is words of affirmation. People who have this love language need to be complimented. Whether it be, thank you so much for arranging the babysitter for tonight. I really appreciate it. I don't take it for granted. Or thank you so much for taking out the garbage. I really appreciate it. It's so cold outside and you went outside so early in the morning to take it out. Whatever it is, everyone who has this love language, words of affirmation, need to feel affirmed and need to be complimented for what they've done. The second love language is quality time. Quality time means giving the other person undivided attention. That means no phones. That means not going to a movie and sitting at a movie and saying, oh, but I took her on a date. Doesn't that show her that I love her? No. That actually doesn't show her that you love her. Because someone who wants quality time in order to feel loved needs you to actually give them attention that's undivided, that's totally focused on them. That means looking at the person, focusing on them, making eye contact with them, no phones, not being distracted. That's what it means to have quality time. The third love language is receiving gifts. Someone who has this as a love language needs to receive gifts. If they have quality time, they won't feel as loved as they need to be if they didn't receive a gift. So you can't trade it in for something else. This is something that you might need to budget for the year. You say, okay, this is the amount of money I'm spending on the year for gifts for this person that I love. And every week I'm going to buy something for that person. It could be something small. It could be something that is bigger when it's her birthday or, big occasions. But receiving gifts is really important and you can't trade it in for quality time or words of affirmation. You need to have a gift for that person to feel loved. The fourth love language is acts of service, which is exactly how it sounds. People who need this in order to feel loved need you to do things for them, services for them, acts of service, like washing dishes or making the beds. So if you say, but I spent so much time with them, I gave them quality time, I gave my undivided attention to them, don't they feel loved? Not if you didn't do a service for them. So this person really needs to feel loved through acts of service. The fifth love language is physical touch. Just wanted to read a little excerpt from his book, which says, if your spouse's primary love language is physical touch, nothing is more important than holding her as she cries. So you could be sitting together on the couch, looking on your phones or watching a movie, but if you are actually touching your spouse who needs this in order to feel love, they will feel so full of love. They will feel so connected to you because you're touching them. Learning a new language is not easy, and the same holds true for your love language. If your love language is something completely the opposite of what your spouse's love language is, it's not going to be easy to learn their love language. But once you do, once you practice it and you get the hang of it, you're going to feel so connected. So for your husband to maybe take a step back and say, you know what, this week, I'm not just going to give her flowers. I'm going to give it to her while we spend 10 minutes of good quality time together because I know that's her love language. Those flowers will mean so much more to you than they ever did before. Judaism teaches us that the word ahava, love, comes from the root word hav, to give. The best way to give to your spouse is to learn their love language. So obviously I'm going to post the love language test right here below so that you can take it and enjoy it with your spouse. If your spouse's love language is quality time, then you for sure should do this together and enjoy the time that you have together. That's meaningful and enjoyable. Hope this helps, and if you have any more questions, please feel free to ask.